Hey, what's up? I'm super excited. What you're about to watch is a keynote presentation I just finished giving in this room to about 60 people on social assisted selling. It was some really good stuff. I hope you enjoy. You're fine. All right. You guys ready to get started? Yeah. That was weak. How many people see me speak before? Okay, so you all know what's about to come, but nobody else does. Perfect. That was weak. Are you guys ready to get started? Yeah. I give it like a 7 maybe. Let's see here. Are you guys ready to get started? Yeah. There we go. We got to get up. I'm running on 2 hours of sleep, but you can't tell it. Because I know that what we're about to cover for you guys, you all can take back and implement and make money. You all like making money, right? That's why we're here, to grow the business, right? By a show of hands, how many employees in the room? And how many owners? All right, cool. So listen, I'm going to put on a front side to the employees that raise your hand, take ownership, and still use the same stuff. You feel me? I teach this to salespeople just as well as owners. So I messaged Bo like 7 times and tried to tell him to change the name of this class. It's not SEO. So if you're like looking for Google stuff, I'm sorry. That's not me. But what we are going to cover is my social assisted selling framework. And it is how you can use social media to grow your sales, right? Other than just like watching cat videos and checking on the grandkids. You feel me on that? So I'll give you guys a quick little rundown of myself. I forgot my clicker, so I apologize. Humble beginnings, man. I started my first business straight out of high school. I'm mildly dyslexic. Anybody else in here fell kindergarten? Just me? Got it. Yeah, it's like we got one in the front, right on, with the mohawk. Go figure. No, just joking. It's like square peg, round hole, and they're like, DJ, you need to stay another year. My mom's like, no, honey, we're just going to hold you back. I'm like, yeah, okay, all right. I've worked with everybody from students to Fortune 500 companies, but this room you guys are my people. For one, because I still operate an exterior cleaning business. We actually was just up the street in Charlotte a couple weeks ago doing a project. For 2, there's a lot of entrepreneurs in the room, right? So I truly believe any problems that we have in today's society, entrepreneurs are going to be the ones that solve them. Because that's just how our minds work, right? You guys are like, oh gosh, he's pulling out the washcloth already? Yeah, he's about to take y'all to church. I'm a pilot, author. I've got a book. I brought 30 copies and that's it. So, I had to check them on the plane. Phenomenal phone calls. Basically, when I started my business, I started with an 89 F-150 in 2007, a Walmart weed eater and a Walmart push mower. Started in the lawn care business. And if there's any lawn care people in the room, I'll tell you, you're broke. You just don't know it yet. I found out the hard way. I started just hustling, right? Out of the back of the pickup truck, knocking on doors. And I realized, man, I can't get around to people fast enough. Like, I can only knock on so many doors in a day. So now I'm like, I'm 18, right? I'm like, I got to learn sales. I go over, type on the YouTubes, the YouTube University, and I find some guys talking about cold calling. I'm like, what's this? And it's like you basically just call random people and be like, hey, you want to buy my shit? And they say, click, right? But every once in a while, you'll find somebody that's like, hey, actually, we are looking for that. And then, while you're on the phone, you're like, fantastic. When would it be nice for her to come by and meet with you, right? And so I quickly learned that cold calling was like, I was broke. I didn't have any money to advertise. That was a way that I could grow my business. To this day, the 3 largest projects at Easy Pro, which is a company there, one of my brands, the power washing company, the 3 largest power washing projects we've ever done came from cold calling. So I'm going to teach you guys some social media stuff so you can use it. This is going to be more to like a B2C type business, right? Business to consumer, B2C. Sales Excellence University, I built that. You guys see the banner over here. Yes, that guarantee is correct. And I've actually never had anybody take me up on it, so it works. Sales Excellence University was once I got out of the forest and out of the jungle, and I started really honing down my systems. I'm like, man, why don't I use the internet and help people and give back to them? So that's what that was. I love personal development. Zig Ziglar, Jim Rohn, all those guys. I've read and listened to all their stuff. Chronic Entrepreneur. We're now up to 17 brands. We actually just bought a company in Lexington, another power washing company, last week. So I don't tell you this to brag. I tell you that if a Podunk kid or a kid from Podunk, Kentucky that's mildly dyslexic that failed kindergarten can do it, you guys can do it. Okay, you with me on that? It's like a 7. We'll work on it by the end. I've worked with MetLife, Toyota, State Farm, Cadillac, hundreds of small to medium business owners. You guys may have seen, I'm on all over social media, so you guys can follow me, hashtag Coach Carroll. If you text, did everybody text the number to get pre-registered so I can send you guys all this? Awesome. Here's how we're going to maximize the day, and we've got limited amount of time because I know you guys are getting hungry, and this is like a half-day seminar that I'm going to try to condense down and give to you guys, okay? So it's going to be like drinking out of a fire hose, but it's going to be put together in a way that you guys will be able to implement. Be open-minded, be flexible, no right or wrong answers. You're going to see some stuff like, I don't know, like I'm going to tell you, Mr. Macho Man, start sending out pink envelopes. I'm like, I ain't sending pink envelopes. Whatever, man, do what you will. Take what you can implement. Have sales maturity and understand that you don't know what you don't know. Here's the, and you guys have probably heard that before, right? You don't know what you don't know. Here's the problem with that. I'll go a little deeper. You don't know what you don't know means that you don't know what question to ask. So then how are you ever supposed to go seek the information if you don't know what question to ask, right? So hopefully I'll uncover some things today, write them down. I'm going to try to save a little bit of time for Q&A at the end because I know you guys are going to have questions. Don't catch yourself doing this, right? Well, that won't work in my industry. What I do is so unique. Yeah, coach, but that's like the worst, right? If I'm coaching somebody and they're like, yeah, but here it comes. My customers would never, I'm too cool for, and here's the, anybody ever got caught up doing this one? I'm too busy doing X, Y, and Z. Listen, if you guys ever put sales and marketing on the back burner to go do something in administration or an operation, it's like cutting your leg off. All right, now you're going to be like a one-legged man trying to run a race. It's not a good spot to be in, right? You guys do understand there's only like 4 pieces to a company, right? Admin, operations, sales, and marketing, right? Sales and marketing is what happens first. Everybody's like, yo, man, check out my new rig I got at the show. This thing's badass. I'm like, yeah, man, how many jobs you got lined up next week? Oh, none. But they're going to see this rig and they're going to start calling me. Don't work like that. I'll see your shit on sale in the buy-sell trade groups in the fall. Here's the other thing. You guys have these challenges? Your prospects and clients don't answer the phone? Anybody by show of hands ever have that happen? Like, man, I've called him 7 times. He won't answer the phone. I've left him a voicemail 14 times. How do you leave a voicemail 14, call 7? We'll leave that alone. Prospects never respond to emails. Scream, like you turn into that psycho. You're like, hi, Mrs. Johnson. This is a 730-second email that I've sent you. I would love for you to reply because we want to wash your house. Be careful of that shit. Prospects, clients, miss appointments. Prospects and clients don't like you. You ever had a prospect or client not like you? By show of hands? I have. Story, when we were in the lawn and landscape side of the business, I started growing. I got off the mower. I had this huge industrial account. I'm talking like 60, 70 G's a year. And the guy called me in for a meeting. The plant manager called me in. He said, DJ, I need to talk, man. I don't see you out here anymore. I'm like, I know, right? It's badass, right? I'm like, I'm selling jobs. He's like, no, man. I really liked having that one-on-one relationship with you. I was like, Frank, I'm sorry, man, but we're growing. I can't be on the lawnmower and grow my business. He's like, yeah, man, I'm sorry. I got to find somebody else. I'm like, what? Like, we were buddies. We were bros. Like, we went fishing together. I took you to a Reds game. You'll give me 70 G's a year. Like, don't break up with me, please. But it was like, he didn't like what I changed into, and you're going to have that. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. What's some other challenges you guys that you have with your clients and your prospects right now? Just shout them out. Okay, time out. Everybody look to the person to your left and right and shake them, say, I'm glad you're here. No, I wasn't joking. Like, here, I'm going to start with you. Okay, ready? Everybody look to your left or your right. Grab the person, say, I'm glad you're here. There we go. Now, anybody got any, you all can come up here and teach a class if you want. Nobody's got any problem. Shit, I'll take notes. Pricing. What else?
Getting paid after the fact.
Ooh, yeah. Mm-hmm. What else?
Retention.
Retention.
Customer sells their business.
Customer sells the business. Okay. New ownership. Now you got a new client, and you're like, are you still my client? Good. What's that? Complaints are a big one. Employees, yeah. This is a sales and marketing class, so we will not be covering employees because I hate them just as much as you guys. That's bad to say, but I just like working with business owners. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the change in communication and how your customers receive information now, right? We used to communicate by going, right? Like it was a cave painting. That was a terrible, if we were playing charades, I'd lose. But they started with cave paintings. And then communication, we got this cool little thing called a radio. And we're like, whoa, this guy can like talk into a microphone. I can hear him like hundreds of miles away. Was that somebody knocking on a wall? I don't know. So then we had a radio, and then we went to the television, right? And the TV was like, oh my gosh, it's disruptive. You had newspapers in there somewhere in between. But now, does anybody in this room not have a phone on them? Yeah. So think about that. And where's your customer's attention at? Where are they staring at? I live in a high-rise downtown Louisville. I get on the 25th floor to go downstairs in the morning. Somebody gets on at the 19th. Bro, they can't ride 19 floors without. And then they like walk out looking at their phone, about run into somebody. You have to understand that social media is like the revolution. Stop looking for anything else. It's here. It's happening right now. I ran my first Facebook ad in 2013. We learned how to scale them in 16, and it's the only form of B2C advertising that we do now. Okay? Here's what happened. Utility, escapism, and social. People have their phones for those three reasons. They either need the utility, which is like your calendar, your calculator, things like that. You've got escapism. Anybody Candy Crush level 1000? Right? Yeah. My man from kindergarten. I'm with you, bro. And then the middle is social, because we're social creatures. It keeps us connected. Now, here's something that I've realized just in the past probably month or two. Have you guys seen the new Apple Watch? You don't need your phone anymore. That thing's got 4G, 5G right on it. So you'll be able to text and take phone calls from it. I think that's going to be very disruptive in another decade, because when you can shed the phone but still stay connected, I don't think you look at social media anymore, because I don't think people's going to scroll through the gram on their watch. So something to think about. But that's what I'm always thinking. I'm always looking forward and trying to figure out what we can do here. So hopefully you guys have notepads. You brought some way to take notes. You're not just in here like, man, this is a nice cozy room. He had some good music. Lights are dim. This is where I'm taking my pre-lunch nap. I mean, you can take a nap if you like, but I'll probably scream 3 or 4 more times before we're done. So here's the framework. Inbound, internal, and outbound. When it comes to marketing, I see you guys taking pictures. If y'all would just listen, just text the thing. I'm not going to spam you. I'll send you the whole slides. Inbound, internal. Okay, so basically, we got customers coming inbound. We got you can come in, bro. We got room. Oh, guess not. We got our internal book of business. And then we got outbound that we're pushing to the marketplace. Make sense? You guys can nod your head. I don't need a verbal one on that one. Okay, I hear some rattling. What we have, though, after this is you have offline, but now because of social media and the internet, we now have to conduct business in 2 different places, right? Used to, you could just do trade shows and just have lunches and make the local connections. When the internet came about, it created a whole new world. So now we live in 2 places simultaneously. We live online and we live offline. So it only makes sense that our marketing is both online and offline. You guys tracking? Good. Here's the offline. TOMA. Anybody ever heard that saying? TOMA? Top of mind awareness. When your customer is ready to buy, who do they think of? Right? So when I'm working with my insurance agent clients in Carroll Media, which I put some business cards out there, a bunch back there. I got more afterwards. I'm working with my insurance agents. We like hyper target 5 zip codes around their office. And I'm like, listen, bro, you don't need to target the keyword of auto insurance, Charleston, South Carolina. What you need to do is get on social media, beat people over the head so much that when they think auto insurance, they're like, yo, Progressive just gave me a rate hike. I'm going to Google and I'm typing in Jack Johnson State Farm. That's branding, right? If you're so omnipresent that when somebody thinks of something's dirty and they need it clean, they're like, oh yeah, XYZ Power Wash. They're not typing in Power Wash Louisville, Kentucky. Okay? That's the holy grail. That's the Mecca. It's hard as shit to get there, I will tell you that. But that is like the summit. That's where we all got to be aiming. So TOMA is about top of mind awareness, and I'll show you guys a little later on a 7-step process that I use in my businesses that just absolutely blows it away when it comes to top of mind awareness. Internal, frequency reminder calls. How many times do you guys call your current book of business a year? 0, 1. Does anybody call them once, twice? Yep. 2 to 3 times? Wesley's probably on it.
4 to 6.
4 to 6. So here's the problem with that. It's very time consuming, right? You're like, what do I do, DJ? Do I hire a full-time intern to do this? Do I have to sit on the phone? Like Easy Pro, we're at 3,800 clients now in our book of business. Like, you know how long that'll take me to call every single one of them? Because you know when Miss Johnson answers, you're on the phone for a good 15 minutes, right? Everybody's got that client that just won't let you go away. Check this out. You guys want a little nugget? You want a tool? Because this is skills or tools, but I can also give you some tools. Write this down. Slide Broadcast. Anybody use that? Yeah, that's how Wesley raised his hand. So check this out. Slide Broadcast allows you to send out ringless voicemails. So literally, Mrs. Johnson's phone goes zzz, zzz. She looks at it and it's like, you've got one new voicemail. Like, what? My phone didn't even ring. Slides it open. It's like, hey, Mrs. Johnson, it's DJ. Sorry, I missed you. You guys probably get these already from like marketers. Hey, I've got that great opportunity where you can make $20,000 a week working from home. Just give me a call back. That's what I'm talking about, right? So if the big guys are doing it, why try to recreate? Let's just imitate, right? So we can take what they're using and use in our business. It costs me like $50 to send out a ringless voicemail to my entire book of business. And it takes like 7 minutes. It's amazing. And here's my favorite part. I do it, and then I pull up my call log, and I just watch. And I wait, and I wait. It's like, ring, inbound, 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 job sold, inbound, 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 job sold. Like, we could almost get a beat going, right? And like song, like, but that's what happens. And people call back and they're like, you know, we've got an answering service that answers all our phone calls, and they're like, oh yes, thanks for calling Easy Pro. I'm like, oh yeah, hey, I just missed DJ's voicemail. He said that you guys had a house wash special going on. I want to go ahead and get in on that. Because remember, these are my returning customers, right? So now I'm drumming up business. I spent $50, and I think the last one we did, it was a couple weeks ago. We tried to do them about once a month. And they're not always with a promotion. Sometimes it's just like, hey, just reminding you, Christmas lighting season's around the corner, and that's what we do. If you'd like to get on the calendar, let us know. Just a nice little push. I think we did like $7,000 or $8,000 off of one ringless voicemail for $50. Like, anybody here want to trade me $50 for $7,000? Yeah, I think anybody take that deal, right? So that's the offline frequency reminder calls. You guys like that? Yeah, that was worth the class right there, man. I'm telling you. All right, offline. So that's offline internal, right? Now we got to talk about offline outbound. Cold calls. I got a book, Phenomenal Phone Calls. Direct mail. Direct mail works, but you got to be hyper targeted with it because it's expensive, right? And to me, like, I like direct mail if you're going after commercial because it's big dollars, right? And you can spend a little more. Your customer acquisition costs. Everybody understand what customer acquisition cost means? Yep. Okay. Anybody not know? Don't be afraid. Remember, you don't know what you don't know? Perfect, man. Thank you. So customer acquisition cost means what did it cost you to acquire a customer, right? So if I spent $50 per mailing and I mailed to 2 customers and one became a customer, that means it cost me $100 to get that guy. Make sense? Tracking me? That make sense? Cool. Networking, association meetings. And I'm not talking about like, this ain't networking, guys. We're all in the same industry. I'm talking about go where your customers are. You don't go fishing in the driveway. You go to the lake. So I'm telling you, like, go to realtors associations, go to apartment associations, go to, BOMA meetings. And I'm not a big fan of BNI just because it's a large time commitment. But if you're just getting started out, sure, go ahead. Because this is what happens in business. When you start out, you got way more time than you got money. Everybody feel me on that? Some of y'all right there right now. And then what happens is as you go, it changes. So now I look at my dollars as like foot soldiers. Like as soon as they come into the bank account, I'm trying to push them back out. Everybody's like, man, I want $1 million in my bank account. I'm like, hell, I don't ever want to see $1 million in my bank account. I want to reinvest. Send them soldiers out, conquer them, bring them back. Okay? Association memberships, we just talked about that. Any questions on the offline? You guys good on this? Yeah, you're like, yeah, bro, but I haven't heard one thing about social media. I'm coming, I promise. Here's the online revolution. Inbound is lead capture. Listen, guys, ClickFunnels. Anybody here use ClickFunnels? Couple of them, okay. Because it allows you to build some type of inbound lead collection, right? Your website can be that. The problem is a lot of you are sending web traffic just to the front page of your website that doesn't have a contact us form on it. It's just like, hey, here's our history and we're so amazing, blah, blah, blah. You gotta have a contact us, big red button that says get a quote now. Actually, we split tested it. A green button, write this down, a green button works better than a red button. I don't know what it is. I'm just saying like green means go. It's the only thing I could tie to it. We split tested it. Green buttons work better. And then blue actually works better than red. So lead capture, you gotta have something that when people go online to search out the service, they have something they can type their information in and send it to you. Good? You guys good on that? Yes, question?
I use a lead capture form, but it's not like a standard ad where you're just capturing their email address, their first and last name. It actually rolls into my CRM.
Okay.
Is that something that you have found that in your experience where it has slowed them down, which has allowed them not to get as much leads because you're actually letting them fill out all that data?
So we're still testing that. I'm like, it's wishy-washy. I'd say yes in April and no in June. Like the data's all over the place for us. I still haven't figured that out. That's just me being honest with you. I personally, like if I go on a website, if I got to put anything in more than my name, phone number, email address, right? Now, here's what the internet marketers will tell you. They'll say, well, it's a level of certainty that your prospect has, okay? Because if you're just collect an email only and then try to get a hold of them, right? I like getting a name, phone number, and email address because I can send an email, I can do a call, I can leave a voicemail, I can send a text message, and then like again. And so when a lead comes in, we do that, right? We call it the triple threat: phone call, text message, and an email sent out to them. We do a triple threat 5 days in a row. If there's still no pulse after that, flush them. It's a bad lead. That's what we do. But I don't know about like the larger form. Here's where it would work: is if you could collect like the name, phone number, email address, or even just email address only, and then roll them into like a secondary form. Like, you know what I mean? Real feed. Because like I think what's Kurt's software? Responsibid. I think Responsibid might maybe do that. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's testing. That's really the name of the game, right? Test, and then document. Here's what happens most of the times. I'll go to sign up a State Farm agent for one of our advertising, our traffic services, and he'll go, well, DJ, how do I track the ROI on this? How do I know that I'm getting my money back? I'm like, fantastic, great question, Jim. Let's see, let's start here. How many team members you got? I got 4 girls in the office. They're fantastic, great. Do the 4 ladies, do they religiously ask every single person, how'd you find us? Well, I'm like, yeah, I'm off the hook. Like, you can't hold me to any standard if you're people, because that's where the magic happens. You have to track every single lead, and you guys got to get religious about it. It's the only way you can track your dollars to see if you're getting a positive ROI. So to my point is like, try it on, it's like, do you guys know what split testing means? I don't want to get too nerdy. Yeah, an A/B split test. So basically what he would do is he would put up one landing page that has like the long form, and then you would put up one landing page with the short form. And then you would split the traffic. So then like you're running ads to drive traffic to the website or landing page, whatever. And it's like, boom, here goes 1, boom, here goes 2, here goes 3, here goes 4, here goes 5, here goes 6. So after 100 people, 50 went to this one, 50 went to this one, and now you can track and see what your opt-in rate is. You guys tracking me on that? I see some eyes like, fuck, man. I get it, man, it's a lot, but I'm just telling you, like, this is the game you got to play on. So, are you recording this, man? Can't.
For the wife.
All right, I'll let it slide.
She's in the class next door.
All right, I'll let it slide. You guys think we ought to let him slide? Since we're like kindergarten dropout buddies, right? Here's lead capture. Don't ask for too much. To my point. Name, phone number, email. Video outpaces text. Here's what I would rather see you do. Instead of worrying about which form works better, I'd rather you pull out your phone, pop this bad boy up, and say, yo, hey, it's DJ with Easy Pro. Hope you're doing well. Hey, look, we're out here on property, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Point to what you're doing. Here's, you guys want to get real gangster with it. Say, oh, and Jason, hey, buddy, we just washed your house. What'd you think, man? How was it?
Excellent. Great
It was
customer
excellent.
service.
What was your favorite part about our service?
The customer service.
Customer service. And does your house smell clean?
Oh, yeah.
It smells great, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Man.
just like bleach.
So if somebody was thinking about hiring us, would you recommend us?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So if you're looking for a quote, just click the link below and we'll get you a quote right over. That's gangster. Ain't nobody in your market doing that. We do that. I got multiple testimonial videos like that. That'll be your best performing ad that you can run on social media. But it's just having the there's ladies in the room, testicular fortitude to do that, right? Because a lot of people are like, well, Jason again. Well, but what will Jason think about me? Well, and what if Jason says no? Then my feelings will be hurt and I'll feel insecure. Like, this is business, bro. Grow a set. Sorry, ladies. Video outpaces text. Front door versus toilet paper aisle. So to the point of a click funnel, right? Like if I'm advertising roof cleaning, I want to take them to a roof cleaning page, not just a front page of my website that shows all the stuff that I do, okay? Because here's the difference. You're like, dude, I need some toilet paper. It's bad at my house. We got to get some, right? You take them to the front door of the supermarket versus going like Sims style. You guys remember the game Sims? Like you just pick them up and you're like, boop. There you go, man. We got Cottonelle, Charmin. What do you need? Like, it's easier for them, okay? It's about removing that friction. Any questions on that? You guys still with me? Turn to your person to the left and right, shake them, say, I'm glad you're here. Oh, you guys are slow. I mean, I've got a breathing exercise that we can do if you guys really need to get. Wesley's smiling. He knows what's up. If you guys want a 14-day free trial to ClickFunnels, you just go to coachcarroll.com/click, and you guys can see what it's all about there. And again, I'll send you guys these slides if you pre-registered, and I'll put that slide up at the end if you guys want to hop back in because you're like, I don't know this guy. I'm not giving my name, my email address. It's 2020. Like it's something special. Facebook's got it, and they sell it to everybody. But I'll put it back up at the end if you're like, damn, I really wish I could get those slides. All right, online internal custom audience ads on Facebook. And I know, like, take a deep breath. I know we're going over a lot. We're going really, really fast. We're about halfway through. Anybody familiar with this? Yeah, okay. Got some ballers in the room. So in short, and I think it's on this next slide here. Yes. No. Just kidding. Custom audiences on Facebook is where you can, like I told you, I got those 3,000 plus customers. I can pull all their email addresses out of my system, name, phone number, all that kind of stuff. I can go give it to Facebook. And everybody's like, wow, I wonder why the government's trying to regulate them. Like, you know how much data they have? It's insane. So like, I'm going to give them my entire customer list. It's the only company like anybody would ever sanely do this with. And they're going to go, all right, Mr. Carroll, we'll be right back. And they give it to their team of nerds. And the team of nerds go in there and they roll through all the billions, like 2.8 billion they're up to now, users that they got. And they go, and they're like, oh, Peggy Sue, and that's her email address and that's her phone number. Yep, we got her. Boom. Now what they do is they call it masking. So they're not going to tell you who they found, but you're going to give them a list of like 3,600, and they're going to come back and say, hey, 2,650 matched. And you're like, shit, I don't know which 2,650 they are, but cool. Now you can take like $5 a day and run ads just to those 2,600 people. And on Facebook, you can reach 1,000 people for about $4. So you guys do the math on that. Like, Peggy Sue's gonna see you every day. And I'm from Kentucky, so I'm sorry I'm using hillbilly names. I did wear my shoes today, so you guys couldn't tell. So Peggy Sue is like, damn, all right, Easy Pro, get off of my Facebook, right? Like, she can't get away from me. And so this is a form of retargeting. It's kind of like when you go look at the new Jordans on Amazon, and then you go back to Instagram, you're like, damn, there's some Jordans I was just looking at. And they're like, yeah, you want them? Here's a $10 off coupon, right? So you guys can use that. Again, if you all see the big companies do it in your small company. That's how you get big. Like, not rocket science here, right? Here's a State Farm agent, Dane Donaldson. This just is to show you guys how cheap this stuff is. So in the bottom right-hand corner, we had managed about $1,000 worth of media buy for him. We sent the clicks are on the, so where the result column is. Can you guys see that in the back? This projector was like grainy as could be. So if we look on results, he was averaging, spending about $300 a month. He was averaging sending about 100 people to his agent quote landing page, which is a State Farm thing. Before signing up with this, he was getting like 30 a month. Now he's getting 100 on top of the 30. So he like tripled his traffic. The reach is really, really cool. He was reaching about 24,000 in May. He reached 26,000 people in April. He reached 18,000 people in March and 24,000 in June. But if you look at the next one over, it says impressions. Impressions is the reach, which is how many people did we show the ad to, multiplied by the frequency. I don't know why I'm stepping out like I'm building a formula here, but hopefully it'll help you better understand. So the people times the number of times they've seen them. So if we showed it to 100 people and they saw the ad 4 times in a month, our impressions would be 400. Absolutely. So old Danny boy over here hitting 24,000 people, but his impressions is at 109. So literally for like in the year, he's targeting 5 zip codes is all he's doing here. And he's literally reaching 25,000 people once a week for $300. Go try to do that with direct mail. Go try to do that with radio. Well, they'll tell you 40,000 listeners a day. Like, yeah, okay. Or a billboard. 75,000 people drive past this billboard every single day. I had a guy call me and try to pitch me a billboard one time. I was like, yeah, and you know what they're doing? Looking at Facebook, right? Once they drive by the damn thing. If you don't believe me, next time you go to a stoplight, just look to the left or the right. Somebody's going to be on their phone. I'm telling you, man. It's the revolution. It is what it is. It's why I'm here teaching you guys this stuff. Y'all liking this? Yeah. Cool. Here's some custom audiences is what I was talking about. So like here's the Easy Pro client list. I think this was from like 2018. So if it's a small enough number, like these two here are like retargeting, there's 4,700 people and these, let's just call them buckets, right? Like the Easy Pro client list was so small. It's ready, there's people in there, they just can't tell me how big the reach is. And so I don't know if like Facebook does that as a privacy thing. I also don't know if Facebook just does that so they can tell me there's, hey, we're showing you, like, all right, let's cut the mustard. There's called ad fraud, okay? If you're on Google AdWords, probably 75% of your clicks are bots. They're never going to amount to anything. It's ad fraud. Facebook does the same thing. They're just a walled up platform, so nobody knows what's going on there. That's just the nature of the beast, right? That's why you got all these 80-year-old guys in Congress right now going, how the hell do we regulate these guys? Because they don't understand how the stuff works. Zucks, the first time he went to Washington, he's sitting on a panel, and this guy says, Mr. Zuckerberg, can you tell me, how do you guys make money if it's a free service? He's like, we sell ads, sir. It's like, and those ads show to the people that have free memberships, right? The free accounts. He's like, yes. He said, so how do you make money? He's like, we sell ads, sir. Like, I'm like, woo! Like when social media goes to Capitol Hill, I clear my schedule because like I grab the popcorn. It's the most entertaining thing ever. So, funny story, you guys think I'm joking around about where we're at with this stuff. The last time they went to Capitol Hill, Google didn't even show up. Facebook and Twitter was there. Google's chair was empty. I mean, they're pretty much just like, to the government. It's like, hey, come talk to us. They're like, no, we're good. So, here's another one, like a retargeting campaign. Here's like a saved audience, which is like anybody between the ages of 35 and 64 and these 3 zip codes, 24,000 people. So these are things that you can do. I can't, we would be here for 2 days if I taught you guys actually how to do this stuff. I'm just trying to give you remember when I started and I said, you don't know what you don't know means you don't know what question to ask. Like you guys didn't know to go to YouTube and type in how to run retargeting ads before this class. Now at least I've hit the spark. You feel me on that? You tracking? Yeah.
Quick question that's off topic, but doing the custom audience and then doing the lookalikes, when I do my custom lookalikes, I have 1%, 2%, 3%. I'm finding what they match me, they're not within my target demographics or my geographics.
Are you a local business?
Yes, we offer service, exterior cleaning.
Don't do lookalikes.
Oh, got it, thanks.
It's irrelevant. They're lookalike audiences, and listen, I know that there's guys that you all probably know that are in the industry that are like, do lookalikes, well, it's a waste of money. It's a way to take an audience of 20,000 and get it to 1 million so that you can do a nationwide campaign to like similar people. But when here's what happens. You guys will mess up on one of 2 things. Either you'll do the lookalike and you'll forget to set the location. So now you're showing Facebook ads to somebody in Iowa and you're in like Virginia. And they're like, yeah, can you come clean my roof? You're like, well, yeah, what's the zip code? How'd you find us again? Oh, I saw you on Facebook. It's happened. Yeah, see? Yeah. We're not laughing at you, we're laughing with you. You're just not laughing right now. So it's
How do we implement this? How do we contact Google or whatever to get this done?
Facebook, exactly. You got to do it. You have to build it. That's why these Carroll Media cards that you guys have, I don't own an ad agency. Everybody sees it and they're like, oh, it's an ad agency. Like, no, we're an ad tech company. I have engineers and I have nerds that read analytics because that's the name of the game. You need engineers to build systems on the backside of Facebook, on the platforms. And I mean, we're just talking about Facebook. There's Twitter. There's Instagram. I'll tell you another hot one, Pinterest. Y'all run ads on Pinterest? Like that's the, ladies, you guys, how many ladies in here have Pinterest? Yep. Mm-hmm. Telling you. And ads are cheap over there too. So to your question, like you have to hire somebody or you got to spend lots of money testing. Like I took our entire $20,000 marketing budget in 2016 and I was like, I got to figure this shit out. Like this is the wave. Direct mail doesn't work. Inserting flyers doesn't work. I remember, quick story. I remember the first time I ran a newspaper ad. I'm like 18, right? Just starting my business. I'm actually still in high school. I co-opt for myself. I'm signing myself out half days out of my senior class, like going to mow grass. And I run an ad. They talked me into it. It's like $600. I think I'm like, I'm making $400 a week. I pay $600 for an ad. I'm about to make it rain. Crickets. Not a single call. So I'm like marching into the damn newspaper. I'm like, oh, hey, homie, we need to have a talk. I didn't get shit. They're like, oh, sorry, DJ. Sorry? Bro, I don't know about you, but Kentucky Utilities don't take sorries to pay the bill. They need greenbacks. They said, well, it's branding. I'm like, huh? Well, people saw your name. Like, okay. I don't take that at an electric company either, bro. Like, so I quickly learned, like, you got to track this stuff and you got to do stuff that works because, listen, I don't know about you, but I didn't have a rich uncle. I started with $300 for a reason, not just because I was like, well, I could start with $20,000, but let's see how it works with $300. No, like I had $300. Actually, I saved $100. I cleaned gas stations in the morning, right? Swept floors, stocked coolers, blah, blah, blah. Went to school, signed out for a half day, mowed grass, and then on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, I bussed tables at a local restaurant, and then on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I delivered pizza. And so, like, I was just hustling because my family they didn't have any money. I'll tell you guys a cold secret. Let's go on camera. I have to edit this out. I used to pull up, deliver a pizza, be like, oh, thanks so much. How's your night going? I'm like, oh, it's great. Just, working on my birthday, but it's all right. They're like, hey, here, take an extra 10. All right, let's go to outbound. We got to get rolling here. What time's lunch? Is it at noon? You guys got a schedule up here? All right, so outbound. Outbound online, to your question, sorry to answer, you got to hire somebody or you got to spend a lot of money. I mean, I took our entire $20,000 marketing budget in 2016 and like blew 3/4 of it. And my office manager was like, you bet out of money, bro, with your little experiment back there in your office. And then we figured out that video was the trick. Video is what makes the magic happen. If you guys really want to do something that works, it's concrete cleaning. I hate it because like the money's in house washing. I don't make a ton of money. Like people ain't gonna pay you thousands of dollars to wash their little 1,000 square foot driveway. But just concrete, just with the surface cleaner, throw a little drone up, do a little surface cleaner, run that as an ad, man, you just get attention. The easy way, if you don't want to do all this, you can just hit the boost button. Here's the problem with everybody's seen the boost button when you make a post on Facebook. Here's the problem with that. You're going to pay about 3 times as much than if you went and engineered it on the back end of the system. So, just a heads up. All right, so we talked about inbound, talked about internal. Now we're going outbound. Like, what can we do to make the phone ring to new people, right? Online, email marketing. Everybody got an email autoresponder campaign set up? Okay, it's not 1996 anymore. You should have them done. It's almost about to be 2020. The open rate's like 20%. In the 90s, it was like 80%, okay? You have to it's not hard, guys. Go to MailChimp, get you a free account, go into create an autoresponder. And again, if you don't know what this is, just write. If I say something you don't know, just put YouTube. Like you should leave this class with like a to-do list of learning for like the next 6 months. And then basically all you got to do is just create like 12 months worth of emails. And then when somebody comes in, you just drop them in. And then that thing will just email them every month. You don't have to go make an email every month. You guys with me on that? Chatbots. I put chatbots right underneath email marketing. Anybody ever seen the ads that are like, hey, get this free resource, just send a message here on Facebook. Click the send message button. You guys seen that? That's getting you subscribed into their chatbot. So in the 90s, we had email marketing. Now, we've got chatbots because Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger open rates are like 80 to 90%. It's crazy. I don't know, like it doesn't do it on my iPhone, but on my Android, I can't turn the notifications off. Like when somebody messages me, bloop, it pops up on my screen. There's like, I can't, maybe somebody can help me after class, but I can't figure out how to make the thing go away. Aggravates the shit out of me, honestly. But I like it from a marketing standpoint because I'm like, hey, I'm over here. I'm on your screen. Open me up. We got house wash specials.
Would you say Facebook what?
Facebook Messenger. And so you can build chat, ManyChat, M-A-N-Y, chat.com. There's another little tool for you guys to use. ManyChat, M-A-N-Y, chat, C-H-A-T.com. That's the one I build the chatbots on. LinkedIn is good. LinkedIn organic content. Let's back up for a second. You guys know the difference between paid and organic? Paid means I'm paying Zucks or somebody, some social media platform. I'm paying them to amplify my message. It means show it to more people. Organic means I'm just going to go make a post, right? So like if I just basically took my phone and I went to the Easy Pro Facebook page, the business page, I made a post, that's organic, okay? Organic content is good. You can put it out. It's better on LinkedIn. Out of all the platforms that we're seeing, I'm seeing better reach on LinkedIn than any other platform. Facebook advertising, obviously we talked about that a little bit, just to your cold audience. And then social connections. Connect with your customers on social media. Especially like if you only have one business, you should be adding everybody. Like you get done with Mrs. Johnson, you're like, Mrs. Johnson, you on Facebook? Yeah, here, let's connect. Like why wouldn't you? Like, oh, I'm sorry, you still want to be friends with your buddies from high school that you ain't seen in like 9 years since you got your Facebook account and you ain't ever talked to them, but they're taking up one of the 5,000 slots you got because you're only allowed to have 5,000 friends on Facebook. So like, I would much rather you have Mrs. Johnson as a friend on Facebook because she gonna pay you than, Elroy that you used to drink beer with back in high school. Right? Any questions on the online stuff?
How often are you posting your organic content?
Let me kick that back to you and say there's no such thing as posting too much. So however much you can afford to do it. Like if you can hire a high school intern to make 5 posts a day, do it.
So when you say go to the back end and let's just say you send out to 3,800 of your clients on Facebook, the amount of time every day, oversaturation is not a thing.
What's that? You know what I mean?
Enough to where they were like, block.
Yeah, bye. So here's the thing. If it's like some bullshit content that you ain't changed out in 6 months, you deserve to be blocked. But if you're putting out good, relevant content, like right now, one of our ads is a pumpkin carving contest. And it says, post a picture of your kid with his pumpkin, and the kid that's got the most likes on his photo wins a $50 gift card for him to Target and a $50 gift card for their teacher to Target. Talk about activation. Oh man, we got grandmas posting their grandkids. We got moms, like people are sharing the post every day. Go vote for Caleb, like his photo. I'm like, man, it's $50 at Target, y'all getting rowdy. But that's good content. And it took us a while to figure that out. Like that's a good thing, right? So like now every month we give away $100 worth of Target gift cards because it's good content. Now, if you tell me you got a picture of a house that's dirty and a picture of a house that's clean and a side by side, and it says, the best pressure washing in town, call, phone number, and you want to run that for 6 months, yeah, it's gonna be ad fatigued. Ad fatigue happens after about 7 frequencies of occurrence. And we're gonna talk about that in Toma here in a little bit. Checks in the mail on
Sharing
it.
the local Facebook groups, like content.
You can if you want. To me, it makes it look like you're begging for work. There's a bunch of local guys that do it. I just laugh when I see them. It's like, oh, so-and-so just posted the so-and-so, county buy-sell trade group. I'm like, yeah. I'd rather just pay Facebook.
Do you recommend certain, like there's Buffer, Hootsuite, things
Yep.
like that. Do you recommend that for
Sure.
posting?
Yeah, absolutely.
Has that been?
It's a
kind of
tool. Facebook doesn't really let us know if it affects reach or not.
So I know like Instagram, they have it.
Yes.
So I've used it for like Buffer and it's hit or miss, but I know sometimes with those you kind of have to pay for them and
Yeah.
then think about if that's like a investment that's worth it.
Absolutely. So organic reach on Instagram is done. It's gone. You guys missed the wave. Started in 2014, 2015, and now it's over. I mean, I go, 10,000 people on Instagram to make a post, and there's like 170 see it. Like, it's just nothing. It's almost to a point where it's like, that's not even worth it. Like, my team, we're kind of talking about now, because Instagram stories still get a lot of views. We're talking about just going Instagram story only and making like one post a week on the feed, but then just hitting and like tagging different parts of town, atting different people, different companies in town. Like, because think about this, like if there's a big plumbing company in town and they manage their social media and you see one of their trucks out and you hop on Instagram and you're like, hey, it's DJ here with Easy Pro, check it out. I see Tom Drexler, they're out working in the same neighborhood as us today. And then you at Tom Drexler, well, they might grab that and reshare it on their story. And so now you're getting a little bit extra reach out of it. Again, these are just strategies and theories I'm throwing out to you guys. We're always testing stuff. That's the name of the game when it comes to digital, especially social. Yeah. Do you have a question? No? Cool.
DJ, got a question. So an ads manager on the back end, are you pulling your current posts that you're posting as content to run that ad, or are you doing a self-creation ad right then and there?
All right. I'll give you my secret. So we'll post tons of organic content. And then one of my engineers each week, whatever content got engaged with the most, the 5 most engaged pieces, we pull those and we run them as ads for a month. And then the next week we pull another one and we run those for a month. So back to your point, I'm kind of giving you guys a little under the hood look here. But that's how we do it. And that makes sure that like engaging content is what we're promoting versus just like, well, we think it looks good. Right. We're letting the consumer decide. That makes sense?
You recycle your good content
Hell
like
yeah.
a year or so.
Absolutely.
How long would you normally
Dude, 6 weeks. People are burnt. Like, posting organically. Like, we'll take the good stuff and post it again. After 6 to 8 weeks, like, listen, let's all face it, we're power washers, okay? Nobody's like, man, that's my favorite page to follow. Like, and if you do got one of those, watch out. All right, we got to get into Tomo, or we're not gonna get out of here. You guys ready for this? Okay, let's shake your friends left and right and say thanks for being here. There we go. All right, top of mind awareness. Creating top of mind awareness. You only do this with 3 people. Is that camera still recording, man? Cool. You only do this with 3 different people: new prospects, past clients, and doing it to ask for referrals. Oh, wait a minute, that's everybody, right? People that paying you, people that ain't paid you yet. I had a State Farm agent tell me that one time. He said, DJ, there's 2 people in our market: the people that we service and the people that we don't service yet. That's his mindset. Like, everybody's going to be a customer eventually. And then do it to ask for referrals. And again, this is what we talked about this earlier. Who do your prospects and clients think of when they're ready to enter into your market? When they're ready to get their roof washed or their windows cleaned, their house, whatever it is. Buy a buggy whip. I don't know. Do they think of you? Or do they think of Bucket Bob and his cousin Two-Tooth Tony that's out here hustling on the weekends, right? Hate those guys. Here's a rule of Toma, top of mind awareness. You never get a second chance to create a distinctive, positive first impression, okay? Now, some of you guys are making a distinctive first impression, but it ain't so positive. Feel me on that? Over the top. So this is a customer service business. I preach it to my team all the time. Like, they're like, oh, gosh. We'll come to a meeting like, man, that Bob guy's a dick. All right, says the call center lady. And then the technician's like, yeah, man, he was just over my shoulder the whole time. What an asshole. And then my billing lady's like, yeah, he was rude when I called to get payment. I'm like, hey, he's just a difficult client. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. He wanted service done. He's a little more picky. Not everybody's going to fills out the email request form. You don't talk to them. You text them. You say, hey, it's $4.97. They say, great, do it next Wednesday. You never see them. They leave you a check in the mailbox. That's the Holy Grail. We all love those, but that ain't everybody. And so you got to remember that it's all about making a distinct, positive first impression. Here's my favorite thing in the world. Somebody who said earlier callbacks. It was over. Did you say callbacks? Somebody said callbacks, like complaints for the customers, right? Customer service doesn't start until a complaint occurs. If you implement that into your business, the whole thing changes, right? If customer service doesn't start until a complaint occurs, it's like, any firefighters in the room? Past firefighter? Okay. Dumpster fire, 7-alarm fire, right? What's a 7-alarm fire?
You got everybody there, it's the big deal.
Everybody. Bring the pumper trucks, the ladder trucks, the buckets, everything you got. It's on fire. When you guys get a complaint, it should be timeout, 7 alarm fire, all hands on deck. What can we do to make this guy happy? Because here's what happens if you don't. A 1-star review. And those will hurt you for the rest of your life. Because I don't know if you all figured this out yet. They don't go away. Facebook's like, 1-star review from Linda. Linda says, hey, you didn't show up. It's like, well, Linda, you weren't scheduled for today. It was for next week. Well, I don't care. I took off work and you were supposed to be here. No, we weren't. Facebook, can you do something with this? And they're like, shit, we don't give a fuck, dude. Sorry about you. Like, counting our ad dollars, right? Maybe we should run ads, get more customers. Like, so you guys got to understand, like, what the opportunity is there, right? All challenges create opportunities. You guys with me on that? Find that opportunity and then over-deliver. We had a guy called in. He's like, hey, y'all, I hired you guys to clean my house. Come on, man. It's still dirty. I'm like, I'm so sorry, sir. Right? This is one of the guys at all 3 levels of our team was like, yeah, just cut him loose. Tell him it's free. We don't want to deal with him anymore. No. I call him personally, and I'm like, hey, man, I'm so sorry that you had this problem. Our slogan is make life easy, call a pro. From where you're sitting at right now, we've been neither of those things for you. Your life hasn't been easy, and we're anything but professional right now because you're having to call us. Would you agree? He's like, yeah, I'm with you. Okay, what's the problem? Man, it's the underside of my porch. The house looks great, but the underside of my porch, honestly, DJ, I think I could have done it better with my own pressure washer. That's bad, right? I'll have the guy out there tomorrow. Clear the schedule, move the ladies around. I'll have him out there tomorrow. Guy goes out, does his house. He's not home. We leave. I call the guy back up. I'm like, hey, how's it look, man? We good? Everything square? He's like, yeah, there's still dirt, DJ. Like, okay, I apologize. Can you send me a picture? So he sends me a picture, and it's where he's like licked and rubbed. And it's on fascia. So and if there's any new guys in the room, that's metal, it's oxidized. This shit don't come clean. Like, you just hope the customer doesn't have any close enough to their eyes where they can see it, right? That's just the name of the game. Sorry about you. So he was like, I'm like, yeah, dude, you go and look and you're going to find something, right? And I could have just been like, sorry about you, man. But I was like, hey, I'll have Doug come out again tomorrow. Oh, no, DJ, you don't have to do that. I'm like, oh, he's retreating. March forward. No. Jim, you told me that you weren't happy, and that doesn't fly here. We stand for outstanding customer service. That's why we're professional. That's why we're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. That's why we're 4.8 stars on Facebook. Now, Jim, my guy will be there tomorrow morning. He's like, DJ, no, seriously. I know you're losing money at this point. I said, you're right, Jim, I am. And I went quiet. You ever done that to a customer? They're like, shit, I'm kind of being an asshole right now. Right? It pushes it back into them. So I was like, look, man, let me get it squared away. We get done, right? We get it done. I call him the next day. He's like, look, DJ, I still kind of see the smudge. I'm like, of course you do, dude. I could rebuild the place and you'd find something wrong. He's just one of those guys. But again, we got to deliver. I'm like, do you want me to send him out again? He's like, no, don't come out here anymore. It's fine. I'm going to pay the invoice. I said, well, Jim, I don't really care about you paying the invoice, dude. I just don't want you to leave us a bad review. He said, DJ, honestly, you went over the top. I've been having a lot of shit going on in my life. My wife just left me. Starts spewing his guts out. So lesson is, a lot of times it ain't us. It's just we're the one that gets the end of the stick, right? Because we're the power washer. And so he's like, he's like, look, man, I'm going to pay you. I'm going to leave you a 5-star review. You guys went over the top. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm like, cool, bro. Sometimes that's what you guys have to do. This is. Now, that ain't social media. It kind of is because he would have left a bad review. That's how we handle complaints. And I got to drill my team on that every day. And it ain't just in my power washing business. That's in every business. And that's just good customer service. Here's the easy way to fix it. If you were the customer, how would you want it handled? Do you want to hear, oh, sorry, maybe we'll do it better next time? I don't want to hear that.
And if you catch a bad review, always attempt to rebound it and get them to change it.
For sure.
You have to do that twice.
For sure. Call them. Say, hey, I saw that 1-star review. Can you change it, please? Here's another one. It really affects me, my team members, and all of our families. Well, I'm gruesome, baby. It's business. All right. Your competitors are always looking for that competitive edge. Okay? You guys got to be looking for it too. Top of mind awareness, how we doing? We're over on time. You guys good? I'm almost finished, I promise. We'll buzz through this. If you guys want to get up and go to lunch, won't hurt my feelings, I promise. Top of mind awareness, TOMA, is only achieved after you infiltrate their consciousness 6 to 8 times. So back to the ad fatigue. Over here. Back to the ad fatigue. So we're sending emails and shit. Now remember, stopping doing sales and marketing stuff to go handle operations and admin. Okay, all right, it's sales then. So after 6 to 8 times is when you can fully, they're like, yeah, I know Easy Pro. I know Coach Carroll. I know who this guy is. Here's where you really blow up. When you can enact, and this wasn't me, this was a Harvard Medical Journal study, when enacting the emotions of curiosity, suspense, anticipation, and consistency, subjects saw a memory increase up to 30%. 30% increase, bro? That's like the 30% increase guaranteed SEU. So you're like, all right, well, how do I do curiosity? You guys are probably wondering, what the hell are these up here for? This is what we're talking about. Colored envelopes, pink envelopes, green envelopes, orange envelopes, purple envelopes. We got all the envelopes, right? It's like a mattress sale. Carroll Media, I got these nice gold ones, right? When you send out direct mail pieces, here's the proper way to do it. Handwritten address. Wesley probably knows this. You've been in enough of my seminars seen this. Handwritten address, stamp, no meter mail, no return address. You guys better write that down. Handwritten address, stamp, not meter mail, and no return address. What happens, again, put yourself in the customer's shoes, when you go home and you go to pull out your mail and you got 5 white envelopes, one's the mortgage payment, one's the utility bill, one's from State Farm because we all know what their marketing messages looks like, and then one's like this that doesn't have any return address. It's curiosity. And then the suspense is, are you going to wait until you get inside to open that, or you open that at the mailbox? Yeah. Here's the other cool thing I like about that. Ain't no trash can at the mailbox. You at least got to carry it inside. And so you guys need to figure out how you can use this in your business. Our TOMA mailings all go out in colored envelopes. We use colored envelopes for everything. We send the electric bill and water bill. We do colored envelopes for everything. You can be any color except for white. I know you can be any color except for white. Don't be white when it comes to envelopes. The fact of the matter is that you will increase curiosity, you'll increase suspense, anticipation. Here's the other thing, consistency. You got a commercial client that you're trying to get in front of, big property manager, big real estate broker, right? You take a postcard, stick it in this, you send them a pink envelope. And then you take your main point card, which is this. It's your business card. This is my business card. I give this to people, they're like, that is not going to fit my Rolodex. I'm like, perfect. I didn't want to go there. It's where business cards go to die. So, literally, you guys don't have to overcomplicate this stuff. You go to gotprint.com, get 1,000 of these for like $10. Handwritten, out the door it goes, right? On another one. You do that, oh, I messed it up, my bad. You do that like 5 weeks in a row. Guess what? When the color envelope comes, that guy knows who the hell's sending it without a return address, right? And if you really want to get quirky with them, send them a small one. Like if you send them the big ones, like 5 in a row, then send them a shorter one and send it empty. Get a phone call. Hey man, I've been getting your direct mail pieces. I think your assistant messed up. Oh, did she, Jim? What happened? Yeah, man, she sent me an empty one. Oh, that empty one. That's for you to put the check in to send back. Yeah, man.
I see you pushing Facebook a lot, but I get more calls generated off Google than I do Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Do you have good SEO ranking?
I really don't know.
If you Google power washing, do you show up number 1?
No, usually number 3 or 4.
Probably getting something there.
Most of the calls I get, I always ask them, hey, how'd you find me? Most of the time it's Google.
All right, watch this. How much are you advertising on Facebook?
This is not much.
How are they supposed to find you? I don't. Again, we're laughing with you. You just ain't laughing. But I'm saying, like, you feel me? It's one. But I mean, really, look how it's just polarizing around. It's like, Man, nobody ever finds me on Facebook. You're not advertising. You got to pay to play. People, that's the one powerful thing about Google is when people need stuff, they will go search it out there. You feel me? But here, check this out. I had a guy 2 years ago. I do like recon. Like I'll hop into our books and just call customers because that's like the best intel you can get on your own team. You ask the office manager, hey, how's everything going? Oh, it's shitty. Everything's on fire. No, man. It's like, whoo, we're crushing it. Get the hell back out of here. Like, you go, hey, DJ. You call your customers, they're the people that are really going to give you the 411 on it, right? So I call this guy. I'm like, hey, Mr. Johnson, we washed your house. What made you call us? He said, well, DJ, I'll tell you, I had it done about 3 years ago, and I don't remember the guy's name. Go back to our framework, that internal, whoever washed that dude's house 3 years ago was not touching base with his customer, so now I came and stole him. And he said, I've been meaning to go to Google, find another guy, but I saw your ad on Facebook, and it was a pretty good deal, so I just hired you guys. So let me paint it this way. We'll use Aaron here. Aaron, when your back itches, you go to Google, type in back scratcher, right? Right. But as you're scrolling through Facebook, if I'm like, Aaron, hey! You're like, what's this? I'm like, hey, man, is your back itch? You're like, I don't know. Kinda. You want to buy a back scratcher? See the difference? You can tell people they have a problem. You know how many people go around the left side of their home? Like, especially if you got a lawn care company and your patio's around the right side and you drive into your home from this direction and into your drive, they might not even know there's green shit on the side of their house until they see a video. And it's like, and then the ad text is like, we were in Biltmore subdivision just last week cleaning this home. And the lady's like, I live in Biltmore subdivision. I wonder if my house looks like that. Holy shit, it does. I don't want to be the only person with a dirty house. I'm calling Easy Pro. Make sense? A lot of you guys are like, whoa, yeah. Yeah, what's up, Wesley?
You done, do you just send random colors, or have you done like split testing to figure out what color envelope you're going with?
No, I haven't done that. I just send random colors, yeah.
Just buy like a pack or just multicolor?
Yeah, I think I got a link in here of who I use here in a little bit on the envelopes. Checks in the mail. Valuable stats. This one's very important. You guys need to write this down. Sales are made on 80% of sales. I'm looking at the right side here. I'm trying to stay out of the monitor. 80% of sales are made after 5 to 12 touches. 80% are made after 5 to 12 touches. This one here, 48% of salespeople never follow up. So literally what happens is it's like, oh, I got a lead, click, yo, hey, Mrs. Johnson, give me a call back. I saw your estimate request come in. Thanks. Miss Johnson never calls them, lead goes away. You just paid like 20, 30 bucks, 40 bucks, 50 bucks. I don't know what you pay for your leads, but like, that's it, bro. That's why we call it CPR. When a lead comes in, I told you guys like we do the 3, the call, the text, the email. So it's like, we're pumping on them for 5 days. And after that, if there ain't nothing, they're just flatline, bro. Just torch them, okay? Very, very valuable stuff. I'm going to go fast here. 7 steps. It's got to be done before anything else. You got to bring all 7 steps to immediate completion. I'm about to show you guys how we do our TOMA campaign. You either do it or you hire a delegate, which means a VA. You can hire somebody in Wisconsin and just ship them all the product material. You guys are good. If you're hungry, go ahead. Just hope your competition's not sitting in the audience. You must operate in the cloud. Get over your preconceived notions of like, well, this isn't going to work. And this has been battle tested. So here it is. We're going to go through it first. First, number 1 is you guys have to have a CRM of some sort. I like Pipedrive, and this is the information that you have to collect. Notice lead sourcing. All right. So CRM, name, address. You guys got this, right? Like you guys pick this up, right? Get people's birthdays. Start sending them a birthday card. Send them a birthday card once a year, man. Change your whole relationship. Then you got to figure out if they're VIP or non-VIP. What?
The birthday thing, because I've been thinking about that a lot.
Yeah. There's like.
You just straight out just say, hey, when's birthday?
Yeah.
I've been
Here's.
trying a way to try to.
What's your name?
Danny.
Danny. Here at Easy Pro, here at XYZ Company, we build our business off of client relationships. Do you prefer to do business with a company that operates that way?
Yes.
Perfect. So then that goes without saying that we're not a transactional-based business, we're a relationship business, right? So over the next couple weeks, between now, us first talking, and us going to be doing, us power washing your house here, hopefully in a couple weeks, I'm going to ask you to send me some referrals, because that's how we build our business. Is that fair enough?
Yes.
Perfect. I also like to stay in touch with you and do something special on your birthday. So do you mind if I ask you what your birthday is? Month and day, year's not necessary, just the month and day. Yeah.
February 18th.
There you go. Smooth. Did y'all see what I slid in there too? Now I'm going to hit Danny up like 3 times between now and when we wash his house to ask him for referrals because I set the expectation. Yeah.
Do y'all do that on residential also, or just your high-end, high-tech commercial clients?
Oh, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys can go to pipe drive, coachcarroll.com/pipe drive. And this, again, this will be in the slides. I think that gives you it's a free month or 14 days. That's who we use. VIP versus non-VIP. You got to figure out. So to your question, you got to figure out who's your VIP customers. What we try to do is figure out what the revenue potential is. Is it now money or later money? Collecting money. We were talking about that earlier, right? Like, am I getting paid when I'm done? Or do I got to wait 30, 60, 90 days? Do you have a big sphere of influence? Are you a regional property manager that has 7 property managers underneath of you? Or are you just Mrs. Johnson that lives in the cul-de-sac, right? And then you also have to figure out, you've got to figure out the dividing line of what stops a VIP versus non-VIP. I can't do that for you guys. You all have to do that in your own business because we all have different business models. But this has to be done. You cannot treat every customer equally. You can't. And I know there's business consultants like, that's not nice, DJ. You should treat everybody the same. It's like, no, fuck you. This is business. Sorry. Get a little fired up here. I'm getting hungry. VIP campaign. So in the VIP, we're going to do mail pieces to them. Non-VIP will be email only. So like if I get like a $300 house wash, bro, I'm not sending them 5 pieces of direct mail. Not going to happen. You give me a property manager or a lady that's over a shopping center or a guy that's got a retirement home, something like that, I'll send him some direct mail pieces. Because ain't nobody else doing it, guys. Let's face that, right? Like the majority of this industry are technicians. They're not business owners. They're not sales and marketing minded. That's honestly what I contribute a lot of our success to, is that's where I've been focused for the past decade, almost decade and a half. Email only. Done immediately. Our VIP campaign is 19 touches, so it's 5 direct mail pieces plus the success book. And so I'll hand these so you guys can kind of pass them around and look at them. We send these out. These are a really, really nice touch. So I take that card, that business card, and I put that inside of here, and I write a little note to them and say, hey, just thought you might like this. Look forward to doing, I changed this a while back. I used to say, look forward to doing business with you. Now I say, I look forward to serving you. So this is a custom tailored suit. My buddy that does these for me, he told me that. I was like, I'm stealing that, bro. I got done. He said, DJ, thank you for letting me to serve you today. It helped me not only grow in my business, but also provide for my family. I was like, what? It ain't even about the suit no more, bro. Here, take another 20. $1,000 suit, I'll give you a tip. Like, what? So you guys have to figure out, like, what's your VIP and your non-VIP so that you can treat people differently. I send out these success books to our VIP because, again, being a power washer, you send out a book about success to somebody, it's personal development. They're like, bro, this guy's on another level. It's not hard. CoachCarroll.com/success. Do you guys see how easy I made? Checks in the mail. Man, I'm cutting checks to everybody today. But I told you guys, I try to put this together in do you guys like how I put this together? How it's meshing and like kind of giving you all step by step? Good. I won't make you all shake each other again. We're almost done. Here's some envelopes. Josh Williams, he posted this a couple years ago. Look, no more white envelopes. Thanks for the advice, DJ. I was like, that's what's up. And then Connor Lane came in. He's like, me too. He got blocks of blue envelopes too. So like, it's not hard, guys. Like, you guys just have to take action. Here's what I want you to really do tonight when you get back to your hotel room. Like, I get it. Like, I think they got free drinks and stuff, and I get it. Take like 60 minutes. Don't turn the TV on. Set in complete silence. If you're here with your spouse, you guys be quiet and get a to-do list together. What's our impact plan over the next 6 months? What are we putting in? What's number 1? What's number 2? What's number 3? That's how you guys will get results. I did this seminar in Michigan last year for a group, and a guy messaged me and said, yo, I put one of your tactics in place and it landed me a $20,000 account, dude. Thank you so much. I'm like, yeah, that's it. It only takes one. We use an announcement envelope. We'll skip past this one. Staggered mail pieces. We talked about that a little bit. I'll skip that one. Check this out. 83% of regular mail was far more effective than email. Of course, you get like 120 emails a day and you get like 6 pieces of mail. And postcards still work. I just like, it costs you like maybe like 60 cents more per piece. I just like to get the postcard, but put it in an envelope and hand address it because it gets opened. Here's what to send. Product info, company info, salesperson info. People buy 3 things, right? They buy your company, they buy the salesperson, and they buy the solution. The solution being the service, whatever it is, right? I've got a blog post. It's called the Rule of 21. You only need 21 points, which means if I can sell you on my company to the 10, you love Coach Carroll, so you're a 10, bro, I can just be like, yeah, and we can get your house clean. And they're sold. Meanwhile, Bucket Bob and Two Tony's over here going, man, we just got back from the power washers country. Look at this, man. It's 8 gallons a minute. It's 4,000 PSI. I'm like, the customer's like, all right, like, you want to be able to clean my house? Or like, you guys get so involved in the solution, you don't ever sell yourself or the company, right? That one's going to make for a good Instagram clip. Special offer. Here's what the guy implemented. If you're having a hard time getting in front of somebody, right? You got a big commercial project, you can't get a hold of the guy, he won't call you back, all the shit we talked about earlier. Go to Walmart, buy a box of baby shoes, right? It comes 2 to a pack. Take 1 baby shoe out. Now you can do 2 mailings. You leave 1 in the box, you wrap it up, and you put a note on the top of it. And so that when the guy goes and picks it up, he's like, what's this? It's moving around. He opens it up, opens the box, he's like, a baby shoe. And there's a nice little folded up note. He unfolds the note, and he looks at it, and it says, been having a hard time getting my foot in the door. Thought this might help. Yeah. That's what the guy used. I mean, I could go all day. That's what the guy used, and he landed a $20,000 account off of it.
That's good.
Off of like a what? What's a baby shoe, like $6? I said Walmart, not like Macy's. Like it's not expensive. Cool. You guys got that? Any questions? We'll keep rolling? Cool. Touch Forever, FTP, Forever Touch Program. So this is what I talk about. We use ClickFunnels just because we're fully integrated in the suite. Russell Brunson's a great guy. He's taught me a ton of stuff. He's who owns ClickFunnels. But you can use MailChimp, Aweber, Confusionsoft. Anybody use Infusionsoft in here? Confusionsoft, that's what I call it. And then ClickFunnels. And basically, you just need a way to keep all your email addresses chunked together. Now listen, I'm not just saying with your customers, I said all email addresses. So the lady you gave CPR to for 5 days that never responded, she goes on the list too. Because we'll still send her an email. We'll still, staying in touch. Once a month, do it forever, right? This is the automation that I was telling you guys about make the 12 emails and then just put the people in there. And now you got the 12 emails, you can send out different awareness campaigns. Link them on social media. We talked about this, secret sauce. Massive actions, connections for life. I kind of like to do this. Carpet bomb strategy for Facebook. So pick your top zip codes that you work in and just attribute $100 a week, man, in the budget. Listen, if $400 a month is a problem, $400 a month isn't the problem. Feel me on that one? Need me say that for the guys in the back? Like, if the 400 is a problem, it ain't the problem. Like, that's not it. You got some other shit going on. You got a business you got to run. You have to advertise. Dan Kennedy, which just passed away, God rest his soul, dude was a genius when it came to marketing. He said if you don't build your business model around paying to get customers, it's impossible to scale. It's impossible. Like, everybody loves the, hey, Mrs. Johnson down the street said you did a great job, so I'm calling you. You're like, sweet, I didn't have to pay for that. But you can't scale off of that. They don't come frequently enough. And then the last steps, never stop doing it, ever. All right, cool. You guys will just have to get this and the organic stuff. Let's do some Q&A and then we'll wrap it up. Sorry I went over, guys.